customer complaint. Handling customer complaint is one of example of communication between business organization and customer. Whether it's criticism, feedback, suggestion, or complaint felt by customer. Customer complaints are pieces of negative feedback about a company product, service, or sport experience. They often occur when customer expectations aren't met. At some stage, your business is likely to receive a customer complaint. Dealing with it in a positive and constructive manner will help to keep your business. In general, customers who are unhappy with your product or service will not complain to you, but they will complain to others and take their business elsewhere. Managing customer complaints and resolving them quickly will result in improved business process and repeat business.
How to handle customer complaint? If you try to handle complaints without a plan or structure, you are taking huge risk. Handling complaint with a structured plan is much a better idea. Having a system means that you can control the situation and lead it towards an outcome which is favorable to you. In the next section of the workbook, we are going to look at system for handling complaint which does exactly that. It is easy to remember and work for many workplace situations and scenarios. It is also flexible enough to be adapted to suit your role or ideal job and the types of complaint you may come across.
The four-step plan is called the last complaint plan. It is called the last complaint plan because the letter last are an acronym for the step you must go through in order to handle and control the complaint. Let us now take a look at each step in more detail. Listen, apologize, solution, and thanks them. Step 1. Listen. When a customer is dissatisfied, their immediate need is for someone to listen to their complaint. Sometimes, just getting it off their chest can have a big effect or removing the anger and frustration they may have. When listening to a customer complaint, it is important not to interrupt. Make notes on the detail of the complaint and give them visual or verbal cues that you are paying attention. It is really important that you empathize with their point of view. Once the customer realizes that you are on their side, they are more willing to work with you to fix the problem. Additionally, not all customer complaints are valid. Yes, you need to tackle customer feedback seriously, but only by listening and carefully understanding the detail of the complaint can you establish how serious the complaint is and, importantly, decide on the appropriate action needed to resolve it.
Step 2. Apologize. So you've listening to the full story and you've got a broad understanding of the customer complaint. The next thing you must always do is apologize. Even if you do not agree with the customer, you must apologize. Regardless of the situation, you need to apologize so that the customer understands you are sorry to they have been made to feel the way they do. Sometimes a simple apology could be all it takes to resolve a customer's complaint. An apology is a great weapon for dealing with a particularly irritated customer. The word I'm sorry will having a calming impact. If you are face to face with a customer, try to maintain eye contact, and in all situations, you should give the apology enough emphasis so it's clearly heard. Getting an apology right can be difficult. Circle that phrases you use when dealing with the customer complaints, like I'm sorry that you feel that way, or I'm sorry that you think I'm not being clear. I'm sorry I caused this frustration. I'm sorry for the trouble.
Step 3. Solution. Your target must always be to resolve the customer complaint and you will need to offer a solution. Ideally, you want to offer a solution which is a win-win scenario. This is achieved by turning the complaint into an opportunity and striving for a business outcome. If you offer the right solution, then you should be able to leave the customer satisfied. Quite often, the dissatisfaction the customer feels is not from the original problem, but from the way that their complaint has been handled. So, by handling customer complaint in the correct way, you turn the negative customer experience into a positive situation where the customer is delighted and continue to be a repeat customer and an advocate of your brand and service. It's not a good idea to presume that the solution you think of is always going to be the right one. You must have every effort to gauge the customer expectation. A simple way to do this is to ask the customer for suggestion of what they believe would be a good solution. What would they expect you to do to put the situation right and make them happy? This has to be communicated carefully to avoid sounding like you're helpless to offer a solution.
Step number 4 is thanks to them. You should not underestimate the power of gratitude. In modern business, saying thank you can be a competitive advantage. On the successful resolution of the customer complaint, you should thank the customer for bringing the issue to your attention. This will reassure the customer that the same issue is less likely to happen again. By doing this, you will build brand confidence. The customer will very likely continue to use your service in the future, and even more importantly, recommend you to others. You should use this experience to make a lasting change of the business process and producers to prevent this from happening again. Think of it as a post-complaint review.
Good evening, sir. Is there anything I can do to help you?
Yes, I have some complaint about my room.
What is it, sir?
I just checked in earlier, and when I come into the room, the smell suddenly struck me. It's cigarette smoke. The room smells like cigarette smoke.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm sure we have cleaned it very thoroughly. Moreover, there is a no smoking inside the room rules.
If you don't believe me, you can check it yourself. I can't believe this hotel doesn't treat their guests right. You can even air out a room properly. I'm so going to give this hotel a bad review.
I'm very sorry, sir. I believe you. What we can do for you?
I want another room. I want a superior room with a bathtub.
Of course, sir. I will see what I can do about that. Please wait a minute.
This is so disappointing for me. I was looking forward to stay in this hotel.
Alright, sir. We have found a room for you. It is a superior room with a bathtub just like you asked. Here is the key for the room. It's on the 6th floor.
And what about the expense?
Because of this incident, your stay here will be free of charge. And we will reimburse your money when you check out tomorrow.
Now this is what I call quality service.
Thank you for your patience, sir. I hope you enjoy your stay. Please let me know if there is anything else we can do to help you.
Well, thank you.
Making complaint. When you have a bad experience, it's easy to get angry and complain. Sometimes that's not good the best way to get what you want. People get defensive and become close to suggestion when other people are rude to them. So a much more effective way to get you what you want is to remain calm and polite. Here are 5 simple tips to help you stay calm, be polite, and get what you want when you complain in English.
Step 1. Start politely. So when you're making a complaint, it's really important to start off politely. Start a complaint with "I'm sorry to bother you" or "Excuse me, I wonder if you can help me." Put the listener at the ease. People are easier to deal if they feel comfortable. So even if you're angry, try to stay calm and start the conversation with one of the phrases. For example, "I'm sorry to bother you, but I want a baked potato, not fries."
How to complain politely. I'm going to give you some example. I'm sorry to say this, but the soup is cold. I really can't eat it. Could you take it to the kitchen, perhaps reheat it? I'd like to make a complaint about this article of clothing that I bought in your store last week. Excuse me, but I'd like to make a complaint. I'm really not happy with this delay. Excuse me, but there's a problem with the elevator. I've been waiting here for 10 minutes. Step 2. Make your request into question. Everyone will much rather be asked to do something that's all. So try pressing your complaint as a request for help. Can you help me with this? My shirt came back from the laundry missing buttons. Use modal verbs such as will, could, and can to make your request as polite as possible.
Step 3. Explain your problem. Rather than saying your information is wrong, please fix it now. Explain what the correct situation should be by introducing it with the expression "There has been misunderstanding." This makes it clear what you want while not blaming the person you are complaining to for making the mistake. For instance, if you say, "I'm afraid there may be a misunderstanding. I request a non-smoking room." Any hotel with a good customer service will understand they need to give you a non-smoking room even if that isn't what they had booked for you.
Step 4. Don't blame the person you're dealing with. Often when you make a complaint, you deal with a person who was not directly responsible for the problem. But the problem isn't your fault either. This process is helpful when you need swift action. Tell the person you're dealing with that you understand they're not at their fault. Then directly state the problem. I understand it's not your fault, but the airline promised me they would deliver my baggage yesterday.
Step 5. So that you are in the know, use the price. I understood that. To let person you are speaking to know you're well informed and are suspicion they might trick you. Don't say, hey, you're trying to cheat me. Instead, start indirectly by stating what you know to be true. I understood that the taxi ride to the airport was only $25. Then give them an opportunity to respond.
You are the customer, and if you have paid for the service, you should get what you want. Stay calm when you are complaining, and if you don't get what you want, ask to speak to someone more senior. Most of the time, a simple smile and a polite conversation using the tips above will get you exactly what you want.
Good afternoon, sir.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to see the manager, please.
Well, I'm afraid he is busy just now. Have you got an appointment?
No, I haven't. I just want to make a complaint.
A complaint?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Well, I just called him.
Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon, sir.
I believe you wish to make a complaint.
Yes, I have a problem with this iron.
I'm sorry to hear that. What's the problem?
I'm afraid it's useless. It doesn't work.
Doesn't work?
No, it doesn't work. When I switch it on, it just makes a noise like first, but it doesn't get hot at all.
Well, I'm really sorry about this. I do apologize. We will be happy to replace the iron for you.
I will rather receive a refund instead.
Alright, we will give you a refund instead if you prefer.
Thank you.